Well, the sell side research is mostly garbage. I mean, I think that I remember that when I was making this investment in India, the Satyam computers, the broker said to me, we cover the name, and I was in Mumbai, and he said, "Do you want to see our report on Satyam?" I said, "Sure." So he gave me the report, and uh, stock was at like 40 rupees a share, and the report was saying it's worth like 60 rupees a share. And I knew that the real estate alone was worth more than two times the stock price. And I'm not even getting to the business and the growth of the business. And the business has 50% a year growth going on for many years. And the real estate is not where the value of the business is. The value of the business is in their operations. Okay. So none of that is in the report, right? So then the broker says, by the way, do you want to meet the analyst who wrote the report? Okay. And I said, sure. So I met this nice lady who was the analyst who wrote the report, and I told her, listen, I don't want to kind of go against what you're saying, but I just happen to work in this industry. I have a company in this industry. I understand this industry quite well, and I think your report kind of misses it by a mile. I think that you need to put in here a target price which is like 600 rupees, and it's sitting at 40. And she said, no, we can't do that. I said, why can't you do that? She said, I said, I can show you why it's worth that. She said, no, no, the way it works in our business is we put like price target no more than 30-40% above where it is. And then when the stock goes up, we again bump it another 20-30% above that, and we keep going. And so I'm saying, so then the report is complete garbage. Okay. It's not really going into reality. And the thing is, a lot of the analyst reports, they're really near term, 1 or 2 quarters ahead. They're really focused very near term. And they really don't go into what happens 10 years from now or 15 years from now and looking at it like you own the business. We don't need precision on what's going to happen next quarter. I don't need to know to the penny what's going to happen next quarter. That is complete garbage data. The nature of business is it doesn't go in a straight line. It's going to go up and down. And what you're really looking at, you want to like kind of look at the long term trajectories and probabilities of different things. And so first of all, the sell side stuff is only for entertainment. And I think what I find useful is I find useful to look at things like Value Investors Club. I think that's a good place to look because there people are, putting somewhat thoughtful write-ups and such. You could look at something like Sum Zero, which has a subscription, but again, these are people who are basically actually on the buy side, and they're interested in buying these things and so on. So I think those can be good. Or actually, a lot of people send me ideas and things by email, and those also I like to look at if they're well thought through and so on. So I think I'm not trying to invest outside the US. Other things being equal, I would prefer to invest in the US. Governance is a lot better. Usually things are in the English language. All those things kind of make it easier. But I think if my portfolio ends up with a lot of foreign names, in general, that is because I'm not finding much value here. And I'm finding value somewhere else. So I'm somewhat agnostic about where I find value. In fact, the hurdle is higher to invest overseas because I got to go meet the company and I got to get past all the language and culture and other issues to make sure I'm really understanding the nuances. And I think in this environment, what I've been finding is that I did find one business to invest in 2020 in the US because of COVID. I think things tanked, and so I could do something in April, actually a little later, maybe May or so. And but for the most part, most recently it's been outside the US. But it's okay. I mean, I think the key is that you've got to make sure the business is in your circle of competence and all the other pieces are fitting well. So then it can work out fine.